Diddy, I told y'all we gonna beat them charges. Yeah, y'all some player hating that. Yeah, free Diddy. I'm already free. Yeah, I'm already free. I ain't worried about no in jail. I'm already free. So our minds can't fathom what a nigga do with 1,000 baby oil. You ain't never 72 hours straight. And you're hard the whole time. And all you need is just some water and a little rest. And you back 2 hours down the road. Yeah, we live in the middle, I can't imagine.
Gene Dale, his security guard, came out saying that, well, this was a few months back, but him and Ja Rule were in the room together with robes on.
Say what?
That what?
Him and Ja Rule was in the room together with robes on. Diddy and Ja Rule allegedly.
That what Gene said? Man,
yeah, that's
listen,
what his security guard said.
Gene done snuck and got him some too. He ain't witnessed and saw all that. Nigga ain't partaked and participated. They ain't gonna keep you around. They ain't gonna keep it around to see all the secrets. Nigga, you ain't in on the secrets. We need some assurance, nigga. We need some assurance. I'm supposed to trust this bodyguard. And I fired him 20 years ago. Unless the bodyguard is in with what I'm in with, he don't get to see nothing. So, nah, man, I think everybody who saw something, saw something because they was a part of something. That's how they was able to see something.
True.
You don't think anybody's innocent that's been around in pictures? Even Tyrese said that he went to Diddy parties, but he never went to the after party. It's people that went to Diddy parties, but never went to the after party.
So wait, it's an after party, and then it's an after party, and then it's an after party, then it's an after, like, what is, like, what are they trying to say?
Two pair of funky lips will say anything. Well, they know what's at the after party. You never heard nobody speak on nothing. Why have they been silent for so long?
It's a lot of hearsay about what goes on.
That's what I'm saying. It's been hearsay. Why did it take the FBI, the government, to come in and say, man, we know he's been doing this. Here's what we got. When there's been hearsay about it all this time and all these years.
True.
He's been shielded by them, homie. They never shied away from him. They know he's been beating up Kim Porter. They know he's been torturing Cassie. They know he's been doing this shit. So why nobody ever shied away from him?
Because he's fucking all the CEOs that's keeping the great relationships.
Man, somebody wrote a book.
All these CEOs are going to his parties. That's how he's keeping the leverage.
Yeah, I think Diddy was taking down them CEOs, man. What y'all think? They hiding it because they had something to do with all this stuff? You know.
How you know, nigga?
I read the book.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say, shit, you talking with some specifics. Yeah, you know.
Allegedly.
Okay, shit. It sounds about right. But he a CEO and he also an artist. The other celebrities. You're not getting invited to the party. Remember, they say you got to tell him no. You got to tell Diddy no, remember? So Tyrese said, I'm not going to the after party. Man, they all been to the after parties. You mean to tell me when you first became a star and didn't nobody know who you was and you was trying to get in, you didn't go to the party? You got to keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, nobody have pushed back against this culture that Diddy's supposed to have created for us in the black entertainment world. There's been no pushback against him. When Jeffrey Epstein started showing up in places, white people started saying, hey, man, what is that guy? Who is he? What do he do? How did he become rich? Man, they started giving a pushback. There was never no pushback against Diddy, even with all the rumors of him killing Tupac. So I don't think Diddy just got something.
I ain't gonna cap. Cooking up, bro. Whatever was, no pushback though. Even with the other situation, didn't somebody go do some time or something?
I'm on executive. He got something on everybody. I think Diddy done fucked everybody. Literally. I think he done fucked everybody.
20, I think over 20 CEOs have stepped down. Kevin Lyles from 300. The Nike CEO stepped down.
The feds,
feel like
the feds know what they got.
You feel like that's a red flag?
Yep. Yeah, the feds
Or
know what they got.
Or is this a coincidence?
I don't believe in coincidences. Yeah, I don't believe in coincidences. Yeah, no, I don't believe in coincidences.
What do you think is going to happen? What's your prediction on what's going to happen?
I think they're going after his assets. Yeah, I think they're going out after his assets. It's kind of hard to predict what's gonna happen, homie. Another black man go to jail.
And this, okay, so do you think this is the?
He called it right because they went after his assets. He was another black man that went to jail.
End of the celebrity. Do you feel like celebrities aren't what they used to be? People are going to realize what goes on. Do you feel like how people
go ahead?
How we praise celebrities and how you used to say rappers aren't what they used to be. We don't care about rappers. Do you feel like that these are the last days of us caring about the celebrity?
Oh no. Oh no. If that was the case, we wouldn't be talking about it. We would be dismissing what has happened. But nothing's gonna change, my nigga. Nothing's gonna change. I think Puffy stays solid. Don't tell on nobody. Go do his time. And come back and still be the man.
So now that we seen what happened with Diddy, man, do y'all think that he gonna come back and be the man or not? Because Poetik Flakko said this about Cassie Ventura.
She just received the worst possible news she could have ever gotten. And this is coming days after Diddy was acquitted on charges accusing him of trafficking her. This new development could bankrupt Cassie and take away all $30 million that she received for being a victim of Diddy. Back in 2024, when the feds were investigating Diddy for racketeering, trafficking, among other charges, they had a conversation with Cassie. Cassie was cooperative, and the feds asked Cassie to give them a list of names of the male escorts that her and Diddy had freak-offs with. Cassie gave the feds a bunch of names. A lot of the names that Cassie gave was brought up at trial, and some of them was called to testify, one of them being the Punisher. And all the escorts that were called to testify during the Diddy trial, they all testified that Cassie was who booked them and Cassie was who paid them. One escort in particular, Clayton Howard, he took it beyond Cassie just booking him. See, Clayton has a great deal of resentment for Cassie because he feels like Cassie involved him in something by giving his name to the feds that he didn't want to be involved in. So when he spoke to the feds, he went out of his way to notify the feds that he believed that
Cassie in trouble.
Cassie was a co-conspirator, that Cassie was just as bad as Diddy, and that Cassie used Diddy power to torment the lives of other people.
One, I was in an economic position where I really needed the money. Two, Mr. Combs is incredibly powerful, and Miss Ventura had no problem in her use of that power, which has actually been revealed now because we've heard recordings of her threatening people. We've seen text messages. There are many different sides to people, and even Cassie as a normal individual, she has herself. There's a side to her that people don't know, the side that manipulated Sean Combs' power, the side that embraced his power and his position to do things that she wanted. So I was always afraid if I stopped coming, then I would start having problems because she threatened me several times not to come and made me feel uncomfortable that I would come to see her just to avoid any problem with Sean Combs. He's incredibly powerful. He has people that could follow me around, damaging my life for years, and it would cost him nothing to do it. So I want to say I continued in the situation, but not as much. There was many times that I did stall them, flake on them as the word goes, and not show up. but I kept the relationship strong enough that they never thought I was trying to turn on them or betray their secret.
Obviously, because he feels this way and has these opinions on Cassie, he was never called to testify because it don't look great for your case as a prosecutor to say that Diddy trafficked Cassie when this man is saying that Cassie.
So I got a question for y'all, man. So do y'all think that Diddy paid him off, or do y'all think that he's telling the truth? That's what I want to know.
Cassie was just as bad as Diddy in his dealings with Diddy and Cassie. So he was never called to testify. He was brought up in trial. They say that him and Cassie was involved at the Four Seasons, but his testimony, his statements made to the feds was never brought up at trial. He wanted to testify because he had plans on outing Cassie before the trial and during the trial, but the feds did not allow it. Now, here's where things begin to get very tricky, and we begin to witness some foul play at work here. See, his lawyer was Tyrone Blackburn, the same lawyer who represents Lil Rod. Lil Rod was one of the first people who sued Diddy. The feds actually used Lil Rod's lawsuit against Diddy to help structure this RICO case. So the feds was working with Tyrone Blackburn to make sure that his client, Clayton Howard, don't come out during the trial and don't speak out against Cassie and stays quiet until this trial is over. So Tyrone Blackburn was giving Clayton Howard the runaround when Clayton Howard was telling Tyrone he was ready to file a lawsuit against Cassie while the trial was going on.
I have been trying to file litigation for this matter against Sean Combs and Cassie since I want to say March of 2024, maybe February. But I was represented by Tyrone Blackburn.
And also the Trafficking Victims Protection Reauthorization Act, where he will list Diddy and Cassie as co-conspirators. Here's where Cassie may be in trouble. So the law allows human trafficking victims with a right to sue those responsible for their trafficking. However, even if the courts find that Cassie, isn't directly responsible for this dude being trafficked, it was expanded in 2008 to specifically survivors and allow victims to sue anyone who knowingly benefited financially or by receiving anything of value from the trafficking crimes committed against them. This can include the buyer of the Commercial Sex Act. Diddy was found not guilty in criminal court of trafficking Cassie. The court listed Cassie as an equal participator in this. And if Cassie was the one who was paying these dues, she was the one who executed the transaction. She paid for the Commercial Sex Acts. But beyond that, if they don't want to give her, she paid for the Commercial Sex Acts, she undoubtedly benefited from this. She testified in court that Diddy gave her gifts. Diddy rewarded her. Diddy paid for her home. Diddy bought her expensive trips because she would engage in these free calls. That came with a $500,000 trip at Chanel. That came with cars. That came with houses. So undoubtedly here, Cassie is culpable in some way. And if you're Cassie and claim that he was drugged and manipulated by Cassie, and even claiming that Cassie admitted to drugging him. So Ventura allegedly drugged Howard Clayton with controlled substances, including MDMA, at triple the doses she consumed to lower his inhibitions and facilitate sexual exploitation. She admitted to drugging him after he confronted her about an incident.
So, bro, it looks to me like they coming after Cassie, bro. So, I don't know if Flakko on a campaign. I don't know if he was paid off to make this video. But if all this stuff right here is true, bro, Cassie is in big trouble. Now, y'all let me know y'all thoughts and opinions on this down below in the comment section. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn them notification bells on. Yeah, man, appreciate y'all for getting me to 50,000 subscribers, man. It was a long journey, but if y'all want to catch me in the next video, man, click one of these videos on the screen right here.